Everybody, this is Beetle5. Welcome to another one of my reaction videos. I have with me the Ginger here.
Hello, everyone.
And today we will be reacting to Hulk versus Doomsday Death Battle. Now, I gotta say, I'm not on the DC side. I don't know much about Doomsday, but from what I gathered and like a little bit of information, because I have other friends who watch Death Battle and stuff, Doomsday is apparently a monster who has been killed like in an experiment like 100 times over, and he's learned how to not die from the previous time he was killed. So needless to say, he's very adaptable. So yeah, that could be a good edge for him. On the other hand, Hulk is literally raw strength and nothing more, and not much can take him down.
Yeah.
So at the moment, unless I see some unique ability that Doomsday has that could give him an edge over Hulk, I have to go with Hulk right now.
Yeah, me too. I'm going with Hulk.
All right. So, regardless, this video will start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Before we get into the episode, I have something very important to tell you.
Oh, do tell.
Our new game, Super Rad Ray Gun, just launched on Steam for PC, Mac, and Linux.
Oh, it looks like a Mega Man clone.
20 unique levels, 3 modes of play, and tongue-in-cheek story of 1980s politics. It's a whole
1980s politics?
Wow.
The CCP?
Oh.
Pick it up by November 15th, and we'll even give you the soundtrack featuring music from Phantom NK and Bubble Pipe Media for free. Click the link in the description after the video.
That looks kind of funny.
Your copy today.
All right.
Pure, unadulterated rage.
Rage.
Usually, in a situation, you want to avoid this sort of emotion in order to keep yourself focused.
Unless you're a giant rampaging pile of muscles, like these two.
Dr. Bruce Banner, the Incredible Hulk.
And Doomsday, the monster who killed Superman. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
What?
And it's
the
our job
hell?
to analyze their weapons, armor, and
kind of
skills
hair
to
did
find
the
out
Hulk
who
just
would
have?
win a death battle.
That was kind of weird.
Within each of us, oft-times, there dwells a mighty and raging fury. And this suits no one better than the mild-mannered scientist, Bruce Banner.
Cause when Bruce gets angry, oh boy, you wouldn't like him when he's angry.
Dr. Robert Bruce Banner may have grown up with few friends, but what he lacked in popularity, he made up tenfold with his intellect. However, in spite of his gifts, it was never enough to earn the respect and love of his father.
Partly because Bruce was so smart that his alcoholic dad literally thought he was a monster and expressed that to Bruce pretty thoroughly.
Oh, Jesus.
God,
Damn.
How much distance do you think you got there?
How much distance do you think he got?
10 feet?
Man, with an arm like that, he could really go places. Like the nut house after he murdered his wife right in front of Bruce. Aww.
Understandably traumatized,
in a long
Bruce
time.
coped by creating an imaginary friend to talk to.
You know, I had an imaginary friend once.
You did? What was his name?
Dad.
Well, Bruce's friend served as an emotional outlet all the way through his college graduation. However, his advice to Bruce was oftentimes destructive.
Oh.
So when the U.S. military recruited Bruce to make weapons, it was actually kind of fitting.
Bruce was tasked with developing a gamma bomb, which would use gamma radiation
Not a
to
dick.
target enemy weapons
You saw
without
that?
endangering
Yeah.
human lives.
top left
At least
corner.
that's what Bruce was told.
Surprise, surprise, gamma radiation is actually pretty fucking harmful. And when it came time to test the bomb and some dumb kid decided to play his harmonica right in the test zone, Bruce asked his assistant to stop the countdown and dashed off to save him. But turns out his assistant was a Russian spy who set off the bomb anyway.
On
wow.
that strange day, Bruce's imaginary friend became a real-life terror as he transformed into the Incredible Hulk.
I didn't know that it was a matter of like split personalities.
Really?
Yes, apparently. Ever since, whenever he's angry, Bruce's body and mind morphs into that of the Hulk's, granting him unmeasurable power.
While he loses Bruce's brain power, the Hulk is ridiculously strong. He can leap great distances, survive the harshest environments, and most importantly, smash the crap out of everything
rapid
with
healing
his bare
factor.
fists.
He also knows a technique known as the thunderclap, which creates a shockwave that can deafen foes, level forests, and push back explosions.
And if he needed anything more than that, the Hulk has a healing factor that gives Wolverines a run for his money.
Really?
Oh, wow.
He's
Whoa.
super strong and super hard to kill.
I did not know
What's
that.
not to like?
Well, there's one little detail that kind of ruins the
Oh,
whole
that was so cool,
experience.
the very end of the
Bruce
movie.
Can't really control the Hulk. In fact, the Hulk is his own being, and they both hate each other, vying for dominance over Bruce's body. And yet, Bruce and the Hulk are often reminded how much they depend on each other for survival.
Bruce figured if he was stuck with his big green Goliath forever, he might as well try using it for good, eventually joining the Avengers, Defenders, the Fantastic Four, and even the Illuminati.
Hulk has
What?
held up a 150 billion-ton mountain,
Okay.
escaped Earth's gravitational pull with a single jump,
And one time when a planet's tectonic plates started splitting apart, threatening to shatter the whole world, he just jumped right in there and pulled the planet back together.
The estimated average
Wow.
mass of a single lithospheric plate is nearly 45 quintillion
Oh
tons.
my
And the
God.
Hulk pulled 2 of these together with nothing but his bare hands.
Jesus.
And he's not just strong and tough, he's more than twice as fast as a fighter jet, which puts him over Mach 5 speeds at least.
Regenerated
and he
half
can
his
always
body
go
in
faster
18
if
minutes.
he's pissed off enough.
Wow.
This is because the Savage Hulk's strength is directly related to his anger. The angrier he gets, the more powerful he becomes. In theory, this means his maximum level of strength is potentially infinite. And when he taps into that immeasurable rage to the fullest, he truly lives up to his name of Worldbreaker.
Bigger, stronger, and oozing with gamma radiation, the Worldbreaker Hulk is so powerful, with a single stomp he created earthquakes felt hundreds of miles away. In his battle with Sentry, basically Marvel Superman, they almost destroyed New York. And when battling another Worldbreaker Hulk, a single collision between them obliterated an entire planet.
Even the mutant Darwin's power, which specifically adapts to counter any enemy, decided that the best defense against the Hulk was to be somewhere else.
Holy hell!
Wow.
Stand up
That-
to this madness.
That
Not
is.
many, obviously.
I
Typically, Bruce does
fucking
his best
love
to
that
contain
scene.
and limit the Hulk's power. In fact, Worldbreaker Hulk is a result of Bruce relinquishing that control entirely. In terms of combat, usually only cosmic beings like Silver Surfer or Zeus have the might to challenge the Hulk.
Oh yeah, like that one time Zeus hit him so hard, it burned out his healing factor.
But even gods sometimes have to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
You do not mess with the Incredible Hulk.
I am a god, you foul creature, and I will not be bullied by that.
Beauty. God.
God.
That
I love
scene
it.
never gets old.
What if all you had ever known was hatred and aggression, violence and pain? This life is reality for
YouTube comments, Doomsday. Yeah. Doomsday.
thousands of years ago on an uninhabitable prehistoric planet which would one day be known as Krypton.
Huggability
A scientist named
level,
Bertrand
a
intended
cactus.
to engineer the ultimate life form.
Yep, it's
does have all
another
those
one
spikes
of
in
those
it and
stories, but with one hell of a twist.
See, at this time, Krypton was a harsh wasteland filled with nothing but sharp rocks, poisonous air, and violent predators.
Bertrand believed that if he could create something that could live through that, they could survive just about anywhere.
To realize this theory, Bertrand acquired an infant from somewhere and, through a rapidly accelerated evolution process, attempted to transform him into his dream creation.
Oh, don't try to dance around it, Wiz. Bertrand put that little sucker into a baby cannon, blasted him into the wild to get murdered by any number of things, sucked up what was left of him with a vacuum cleaner, and just cloned a new one out of the mess to do it all over again.
Wow.
Well, yeah.
Wow.
The idea being each new clone would be stronger than the one
Right,
before,
that's what I said.
thus covering millions of years of evolution in just a few decades.
That doesn't sound like science.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
So after 30 straight years of baby murder, one of the clones finally survived the test. Amazed by his own success, Bertrand named this baby the Ultimate.
The ultimate baby.
But to the rest of the universe, he was their Doomsday.
See, Wiz, reloading as it is, patenting my baby cannon. was a good idea.
Oh.
Successful as Bertrand's experiment was, it was anything but a good idea. Turns out, while Doomsday usually appears to be a mindless beast, he remembered every single time Bertrand had him killed. As a result, Doomsday had been unintentionally programmed at a genetic level to hate everything that lives.
Bummer. Needless to say, Bertrand was pretty screwed.
Because even with 30 years of development, Bertrand had never quite figured out what to do if his experiment actually worked. Because Bertrand is the worst.
I mean, he did do what he set out to do. He made an 8'10" monster that doesn't need to eat, breathe, or have internal organs to live. It just kills and kills and kills some more.
Wow.
Doomsday possesses enormous strength, incredible durability, and poisonous spikes which can extend. But due to
also has a
Bertrand's
healing
experiments,
factor.
Doomsday's greatest power of all is his ability to adapt to his opponent's powers.
He will revive,
After taking
immune
his
to the
sweet
cause
revenge,
of death.
Doomsday stowed away on a supply ship and ravaged dozens of planets until he finally found himself on Earth.
On that day, Doomsday did the unthinkable. On that day, Doomsday killed Superman. Well, kind of. He actually put him into a super sleep. After several days, he kind of woke up more powerful.
Yeah, we all know Will. At least
Jesus
Dooms took
Christ.
Doomsday down with him. Or maybe not. Turns out, whenever Doomsday dies, he just comes back to life, forever immune to whatever killed him in the first place.
Can't beat me the same way twice.
He's been punched to death by Superman, blasted apart by the Radiant's energy, brutally ripped in half, incinerated by Imperiex, and just curb stomped by a Kryptonian horde.
Practically
Curb
invulnerable at
stomped
this
by a
point,
Kryptonian
Doomsday's taken on
horde.
Darkseid, tanking his Omega beams and beating him to near death. He single-handedly defeated most of the Justice League and took on an energy attack that wiped out a fifth of a planet.
He's punched through the Phantom Zone, battled super beings called Gogs for a century, and even broken Wonder Woman's arms. Arms strong enough to help pull the Earth.
And during his
God.
rematch with the Man of Steel, after witnessing Doomsday survive an explosion equivalent to 1 million nukes, Superman realized that the only way to stop him was to send him to the end of time.
At its most powerful, Doomsday's mere presence can boil the ocean and disintegrate buildings. A casual stroll across Africa made wildebeest an endangered species just by walking around. But what
Wow.
he's got in
Wow.
strength, he really lacks in brains.
Not that he's dumb, he just literally lacks a brain. More often than not, Doomsday is little more than a one-track mind-killing machine. This makes his intentions predictable, and a clever opponent could use this to, say, lead him into a trap. And should that foe come up with a new way to hurt Doomsday, he could be killed.
Well, I mean,
Still,
Hulk isn't any
It's gonna
smarter.
be pretty goddamn hard to do.
So. Oh. Okay.
All right, the combatants
While I
are
don't want to
set.
say
Let's
it,
end this debate
I
once and
feel like
for all.
Doomsday could win.
But first,
I'm still gonna go for the
Stop
Hulk.
talking about this
I mean,
thing, so he wants to
don't get
tell
me
you
wrong.
about it.
Here, intelligence isn't really a factor that matters
As a
in
man
either
of
one of them.
science, I analyze
Hulk and
everything,
Doomsday
from the
both
car
possess
I drive
incredible
to the
strength
razor
and a
that shaves
healing
my
factor, but
face. I only
Doomsday
use
does
a
have that
razor I've
poison
scientifically
spike
proven to be of
attack,
both
which is
quality
kind of
and
interesting.
value.
But then
I
again,
use Harry's.
Doomsday
Thanks to their
will
factory in
revive
Germany,
himself. Doomsday
Harry's
can't
produces
die.
quality
They even
razors at
couldn't
half the
kill him in his actual
Just
comics. They had
$2
to
a blade.
banish him to the ends
Harry's
of time itself.
five-blade razor
So
offers
that
a
kind of
softer,
specifies that
full
Doomsday
tint,
himself
trimmer
cannot
blade,
die.
Textured handle for control.
So I
and
just- I
a
feel like
lubricating strip to help soothe the skin.
Even if he does
But
die
if
in
you're
battle,
like me, you'll wanna
he'll
try
come
for
back
yourself.
and be immune to,
Harry's
like, I don't know,
self-confident
Hulk punches or
razors
some
will
shit,
send you
or
a trial
be
set
immune to the
absolutely
thunderclap.
free when you subscribe.
Yeah.
Just pay $3 for shipping.
It's
And
just the
as
most
a viewer of
logical
Death
answer
Battle,
is
you can
Doomsday
get a
here,
free
so.
bottle of post-shave balm, which soothes
So you
the
got
relieved
Hulk.
skin
That's
after shaving and helps reduce
Okay, he
wrinkles.
could turn
Just enter
around.
the code DEATHBATTLE at
Maybe, I don't know.
checkout. So head on over to harrys.com by clicking the link in the description below and get your
Oh
free
yes,
trial
I'm
set
sure I'll
and
get myself
post-shave
some
balm.
Harry's.
Just
Yes.
remember, use code DEATHBATTLE at
We're just
checkout.
talking over
But
their
right
head.
now, it's time for a death battle!
Alrighty.
There we go.
Alright. Oh boy. Oh, those are interesting silhouettes. But they didn't take time to color them. Oh,
They look like silhouettes from movies.
oh, it's his Injustice model.
Oh, yeah.
Oh god.
Oh!
Oh. Ah, an Avengers pod. Oh. Oh, that's his Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom model.
Hulk smash ugly Geikos.
Ugly Geico. Alright. Whoa. Oh, Jesus. All these civilians. Oh. Oh, my God. Oh, he's hitting with the spikes on his shoulder. Whoa! Oh, right through the bus! Oh, shit. Dude. Oh. Don't throw anything in it. Oh, dude, this music's fucking gay. Oh! 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 I remember when he did that. He did that in the movie. He took 2 pieces of the car and used them as, like, gloves. That was fucking awesome. Oh, man. That's so cool.
Hulk hate you.
Oh.
That's
Hulk hates spiky beard.
I'll take spiky beard. Oh, thunderclap.
Yeah.
Wow, how long can you keep that hold?
Yeah.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh, wait, he break his hands? Whoa. Oh! Oh!
You break buildings good, but Hulk break walls.
Oh, Earthbreaker, Worldbreaker. Oh my God! Whoa! Oh! Oh my God! You got super armor. It's not even phasing it anymore. Oh! His fucking arm! Oh! 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 Oh shit! Oh!
Oh.
Oh! 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 Oh my God! Fuck him up! Oh! Oh my God! Oh man! Oh! Wow! KO! That was awesome!
Yeah, so good.
That was beautiful.
That was
With the Hulk's
beautiful!
immeasurable power and Doomsday's impossible immortality,
Yeah, I
this
do
truly
agree.
felt like a fight between an unstoppable force and an immovable object.
Hulk may have had the advantage in raw strength, at least at his full potential, but Doomsday could certainly hold his ground. His victories against the likes of Superman and Darkseid prove he can take a hit from someone strong enough to break planets.
And by experience, Doomsday had the speed advantage. He regularly fights foes with light speed capabilities, while that kind of speed is an extreme rarity in the Marvel Universe.
took
In
down the
fact,
Flash.
the only foe that fast who Hulk's ever seemed to keep pace with in a one-on-one match was Sentry, and that was when he was at his most powerful stage, Worldbreaker Hulk.
So overall, Hulk had strength and Doomsday had speed, but neither completely outclassed the other. At first glance, this one looked like it could go either way.
Which means the devil's in the very tiny details.
So why couldn't the Hulk's infinite strength just keep rising and eventually overwhelm Doomsday?
Well, even assuming Hulk's strength was infinite, his healing factor was not. Don't get me wrong, it can only be overtaxed by hits from absurdly powerful beings such as Zeus or Sentry, whom Doomsday certainly compares.
Naturally, Doomsday's crazy strength and speed started wearing that healing factor down.
Here's where it gets a bit tricky. The Hulk may look like a giant green monster, but he's still technically human, and his power directly correlates with his anger. A human being's anger stems from an increase in hormones and adrenaline in the body. However, the brain can only produce these chemicals at such a rate for a limited time, eventually giving up and turning apathetic. Therefore, Hulk's limitless power could never have existed without his healing factor. It's the key. It allowed his body to continue producing hormones and adrenaline far beyond the norm, theoretically an endless supply, thus increasing his superhuman power to an immeasurable degree. So, Doomsday overtaxing his healing factor meant the Hulk could no longer maintain his increasing rage and Hulk form.
And if you're still skeptical, that's why there's a bunch of times in comics when a huge impact forced the Hulk to turn back into Bruce Banner, including that battle between Worldbreaker Hulk and Sentry. With his healing power beaten down, he literally couldn't keep himself angry enough to stay in Hulk mode.
I love science, but there's still one more thing. Thanks to his battles with Superman and other Kryptonians, Doomsday has evolved to a point where it's basically impossible to kill him with brute force alone.
So Hulk couldn't have killed him by just getting angry enough to punch harder than Doomsday ever felt.
Precisely. Here's the proof. Superman and Doomsday eventually had a rematch, in which Superman was much more powerful than their first battle. As we discussed before, Superman's power is also potentially limitless by way of continually absorbing solar energy, and at this point in his story, he'd begun to discover that.
But try as he might, despite his increased power, Supes couldn't kill Doomsday with blunt force a second time.
Ultimately, Doomsday's immunity to being ripped, impaled, incinerated, blasted with energy, and being beaten by blunt force from both focused and multiple sources means Hulk just didn't have the options available to take Doomsday out before his healing factor was overtaxed.
I'm not sure what it is.
On this day, Hulk met his doom.
Wow.
Doomsday.
The winner is Doomsday.
Alright.
Well, yeah, I think that was a bit once.
Next time on Death Battle.
All right, what we got? I have no idea what this is.
Hey guys, I'm Ben. I play Wiz. This is Chad. He plays
Who is
Boomstick.
that
And next
guy?
up, we've got
Yeah,
Zorro
but
from
it
One
is.
Piece. Stick to our Twitter to
One
find out
Piece.
who he's going to be
Oh,
fighting.
okay.
Watch Death
I
Battle on
don't
your big
watch
screen.
One Piece.
First
so-
members can now download the Xbox One and Apple TV apps. It's great. But
Sorry,
super important.
I don't
We
really
just launched
like
a brand new video game. It's Super Rad Ray Gun.
I wonder who
Link in the
he's gonna
description.
fight.
Click it.
Maybe
check
someone
it out.
from Naruto or something. Naruto.
Yeah, or the Bleach. What's his-
Naruto, Bleach, Fairy Tail. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know Naruto and Fairy Tail. I don't know Bleach or One Piece. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that could be a cool fight. But anyways, that was pretty fucking awesome. I haven't seen Death Battle that good in a long time. That was really, really good. And they did their homework. They did a lot of research with that one because their ending explanation, they took a lot more time to explain than normal. But that was so good. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to leave your comment of what else to interact to in the future. And I will see you guys next time. Laters.
Later.